Hey everyone, it's me, DJ Cosmic, and I just wanted to talk about some villains today. Here are my top 10 favorite villains. Now, before we get started, let's lay down some ground rules. There are no ground rules. There are no rules to this. I think after I tell you my top 10, there will be very obvious fanboyism towards a specific Japanese gaming company. No, it's not Nintendo, it's Capcom. But I think you guys still might enjoy this. I think this is a very good video. I think this is. And yeah, I enjoy the video. Start off with number 10. RG52, I hope you're happy, because I'm picking Geese Howard for my number 10. Now, I really haven't played too much SNK. I've dabbled in a little bit of Samurai Showdown, but I gotta admit, Geese Howard is pretty cool. A lot of these villains on the list are really centered towards not world domination or world destruction stuff, because I think that's getting a bit lame by now. But Geese Howard is probably one of my more favorite villains that don't do that. Mainly because he's a weeaboo. But also, he just has a really cool fighting style, and he's really hard to play against. I really like Geese Howard, and I think that's enough SNK talk, because if I talk anymore, this is going to become just like RG52, where I literally cannot shut up about SNK. Literally, talk about something else in our DMs. Alright, RG. Number 9 is the Joker. Now, I do have one Batman villain placed above him, but I don't really think it matters. The Joker is a really good villain, and he's been played very well multiple times, not by Jared Leto, but by like Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, and obviously Mark Hamill. He's been played very well, and I think he's a really cool villain. I'll never understand people who do couples costumes as Harley Quinn and the Joker, though. Like, that's an abusive relationship. That's kind of weird. Number 8 is Lobo. This was Stan Lee's favorite DC villain, and I've got to agree with him. Lobo's a really cool character, and I think that the fact that he's just a parody of all these 80s anti-heroes that are all gruff and serious is really funny. I think he's really cool, personally. I like the idea that he's just eating planets and stuff. I think that's interesting. The fact that he keeps to his word is really weird, but it's just also entertaining, you know? I don't know, I just like Lobo a lot. Yeah. Alright, well, let's go. Number 7 is Tron Bonne from Mega Man Legends. Some of you might be like, what? Who the heck is Tron Bonne? Only the best pirate ever, okay? Tron Bonne is just really cool. I like her a lot. I think she's a better love interest in the role. I think she's a better villain than both Sigma and Dr. Wily. Mainly because Sigma is just so boring now, and Dr. Wily, while fun, he's just, I don't know. Dr. Eggman does it better, in my opinion. Speaking of Dr. Eggman, number 6 is Dr. Eggman, the best Sonic villain. Now look, I like Sonic the Hedgehog a lot, and Dr. Eggman is a pretty good reason why. He's really funny. The voice actor was in Ratatouille, so that's gotta be worth something, I don't know. He's just a really funny character. I think he's just really good, and when he needs to be, intimidating, he can be. When he needs to be goofy, he can be. He's a very versatile villain, and I don't know, I just think he's really cool. I think he deserves the number 6 spot. There are a lot of characters, better than him, but if you're going for cartoony villains, I think Dr. Eggman is, among one of the highest tiers, you know? He's a really cool character, because, he's just this fat guy, he's, a man, you know, he's just really interesting. And I think he actually works well against Sonic, too, because he's like a tub of lard that, has robots, and then Sonic is not a tub of lard, he's fast. Time for number 5. Number 5 is Calypso from Twisted Metal 2. Now, a lot of you will probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I have talked about Twisted Metal before on my channel. mainly the every Twisted Metal ending ever video, where I made fun of the Twisted Metal 2 endings. Calypso is a very, very good villain in Twisted Metal 2. I think he's just really, fun. He's like this genie, but he's a jerk. He's like a monkey paw, but he also insults you, Like, for example, you wish to fly, you get plane tickets, and then you jump off a building thinking you're about to fly. Nope. You just committed suicide, buddy. That's fun. Wish for peace? Nope. You accidentally said at the end, so you wish for pizza. I don't know. I think it's just really funny. You should watch the Twisted Metal 2 cutscenes. They're very good. Very, very good. So are Hedon's. I don't like them as much. Black is okay, and Twisted Metal 3 and 4, those cutscenes are awful. Don't talk about the Twisted Metal 4 cutscenes, or the 3 cutscenes. They're bad. It's like, oh, you wish for a taco? Well, you're dead, so you can't have the taco, idiot. Still mad about that. Number 4 is Killer Moth. Like I said, there was going to be a Batman villain above the Joker. I'm going to go with Killer Moth, and a lot of people are going to be very confused by this. What do you mean Killer Moth? I like Killer Moth. I think he's cool. I don't really like his whole bug appearance thing. I prefer him as just like an anti-Batman. Like Batman, but for crime, I think he's really cool, and I think he could be used better, but people just seem to not be using him very well. Kind of reminds me of Firefly in a little bit, or like this Scarecrow. Imagine if Scarecrow and Killer Moth worked together like a Harley Quinn TV show, but with Scarecrow and Killer Moth getting into shenanigans. I would watch that. Number 3 is Vega. Now, I think I found a YouTube comment when I was listening to the Vega theme from Smash Bros. Ultimate that really fits why I like Vega, And it was like, Vega is a very good Capcom villain, and I agree with that. He's probably one of the best because, he's just so elegant. But the way he, hurts people, the way he ruins lives is so bloody, so, lustful for revenge. And it's an interesting parallel. And the fact that his idea of beauty is so just, wrapped around him works wonders because deep down, he's one of the ugliest people ever because he is a monster. He is a terrible human being. He is number 3 because he is very cool, but not in the way that he's a cool person, in the way that come on, it's a Spaniard with one of those masks and he has claws. That's gotta be cool, right? Stan Lee's favorite Marvel villain was Doctor Doom, and I've gotta agree with him. Doctor Doom is just so cool. He's really cool. I know I said I don't like a lot of characters who are just bent on world domination and stuff, but Doctor Doom is very much an exception to that rule. I think that his whole idea that he is the only one who can save the world, everyone else cannot, is a great idea. I like that he mixes technology and magic. I think that's a really cool idea. Yeah, I like Doctor Doom. That's just it. And now for number 1, which some people are probably going to think I'm crazy for, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, so we've seen a lot of villains that are just off the walls, crazy, not grounded at all. Maybe in the exception for Vega. But number 1, villains that creep on your fears are going to be, more impactful on you. And for that reason, I've got to put Dahlia Hawthorne at number 1. Dahlia Hawthorne from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Also one of my favorite video games of all time. Dahlia Hawthorne is a friggin' murderer. Now, there's going to be some Ace Attorney spoilers soon, so if you got it, just click off the video if you can't see them. Dahlia Hawthorne is a monster, and I've always had this fear, personally, that everyone who, pretends to like me or whatever is like actually lying to me, and that like they're just doing it to maybe get an advantage of me or something. I know that's a ridiculous fear, but it's one of my worst fears. And Dahlia Hawthorne takes that idea and just warps it, you know? She is that person. She seems so innocent and kind, but she is just a monster. And when she's done with you, she kills you off. Like Terry Fowles, like that one guy, like she tried to do with Phoenix Wright, like she tried to do with Maya Fey. It's crazy, and like it really digs down into my heart. And the scariest thing to me is that she's probably the one that's closest to actually happening. Obviously, there's not going to be an alien guy with like a whip thing that's going to like be throwing spears and stuff. That's not going to happen. Obviously, there isn't going to be a robot pirate, at least not anytime soon. And she's not scary anyways, but Dahlia Hawthorne really is. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you liked this video. Play me now, pay me now.
Pay me now.
But I can't afford it. I can't afford it.
I don't wanna hear it.